Yo, what's up, crypto community? It's your man, Mr. Solution. So, on today's episode, we're looking at Bitcoin exchange guide, reviews, and comparisons. All right. So, choosing the best Bitcoin exchange can be an exhausting task. So, this video will help to explain the important factors you need to put into consideration before choosing the Bitcoin exchange to use. I will also give you a review summary of some of the Bitcoin exchanges that I've been using. All right. So, let's proceed. Now, Bitcoin exchange summary. The main things to look out for when choosing an exchange are: one, first of all, you have to ask yourself, what type of exchange is this? Is it a broker? Is it a trading platform? And then you have to ask yourself, does this exchange have the coins I want to trade? And then the third thing to ask yourself is, does this exchange accept users from my country? Because as a matter of fact, there are some exchanges, they are very selective in terms of the country they are trading on them. Okay, so you equally have to ask yourself, does this exchange accept my payment method? The method you want to use to make payments, or maybe deposit money, maybe your fiat currency to that exchange. Does this exchange have provision for that? Does this exchange accept it? Okay, so lastly, you need to ask yourself, what are the fees and the buying limits for the exchange? Okay, because every exchange has a buying limit, especially when you have not really been totally verified. Okay, if you're not yet well verified on a particular exchange, there is usually a caveat, there is usually a restriction to the amount of transactions or to your transaction limit in that very exchange. Okay, so finally, before deciding on an exchange, make sure to read several online reviews to get a look and feel of that exchange reputation. If you go online, you will see several reviews. People have been writing about it. People have been writing about exchanges, some blogs and all that. Okay, so you have to make sure you read thoroughly to understand people's perception of it, to know what people are saying about it. Are they giving it a thumbs up? Are they giving it a thumbs down? So you have to put all these things into consideration before deciding to put your money in that exchange, to avoid had I known. For the man, had I known is only a comrade of fools. All right, so now let's go ahead. Okay, first of all, you have to ask yourself, how do you convert your bitcoins to real money? Now, Bitcoin exchanges are companies that allow you to exchange real money, that is fiat currencies. Okay, the real money that are generally accepted by various companies, they are called fiats. Okay, we have money like Naira, we have Euro, we have Dollar, we have GBP, that's Great Britain Pound and all that. Okay, so they are all collectively known as fiat money. Okay, so you want to convert your fiat money to Bitcoin and vice versa. Okay, so this means you can either convert fiat to Bitcoin or Bitcoin to fiat, and this is usually done via a website that helps to facilitate this trade. Okay, so the next thing is the exchange types. It is important to understand that not all Bitcoin exchanges are alike. Not all Bitcoin exchanges are alike. Okay, some allow you to trade with other users, while others will only sell Bitcoins to you directly. Please understand this thing. All Bitcoin exchanges are not the same. Okay, some have their various modus operandi, their way of operation. Okay, so some will not even give you Bitcoins, but we only allow you to speculate on the price. Okay, now let's break down the different types of exchanges. Firstly, we have the brokers. Okay, now brokers are sites that simplify the buying process by allowing you to buy coins through them directly at a predetermined price. Okay, they are sites that simplify the buying process for you by allowing you to buy coins through them rightly at a predetermined price. Okay, so when you buy from broker sites, the process is usually much simpler and less confusing, but it's also more expensive. Please understand this. And an examples of some of these brokers, we have Coin Mama, we have Coinbase, and the rest of them. Okay, and then the next point we have to look at is the trading platforms. Okay, trading platforms are sites that automatically connect buyers and sellers. This means that you buy from people who have placed a sell order on the site without even communicating with them directly. Okay, you just go to these trading platforms, you see people who want to sell at a particular price, they've not communicated to you, you just go there. If the price is okay by you, just go right ahead and click on buy and then buy. The same thing applies to when you want to sell. You go there, you want to sell, and you see somebody that is pricing your coin, or maybe you see a price that is okay, but you could just go right ahead and sell to those people directly. You don't need to communicate with them. The platform serves as an interface, okay, between you, the buyer, and they, the seller, or you, the seller, and they, the buyer. All right. So the platform usually takes a small fee for the service, and this fee we usually call them transaction fees or exchange fees. Okay. So conducting transactions on exchange platforms is usually the cheapest way to get bitcoins. Okay, when you conduct transactions on this exchange, it's actually the cheapest way of getting bitcoins, but often it's not very user friendly. That's why it's expedient to understand the very trading platform where you want to trade on, the very trading platform where you want to put your money into to buy the very coin, either Bitcoin, Ethereum, Verge, whichever coin it is you want to buy. You have to make sure that you understand how the platform works so that you don't make mistakes. Okay. Now, trading platforms have options such as limit orders and stop losses that can confuse inexperienced traders. All right. So if you are not experienced enough, if you've not had the adequate knowledge of how that very trading platform works, some of these setups like the stop limits, the stop loss, and all that, they might confuse you. Okay, so when you place an order, it may not be fulfilled immediately due to lack of sellers at the price at which you want to buy. And examples of known trading platforms, we have Binance, we have FTX, we have Sex.io, we have KuCoin, as there are many of them. Okay, so I want you to understand that some trading platforms allow you to trade CFDs. CFDs are called contracts for difference. All right, so this means you are basically betting on the price of Bitcoin in the future instead of actually owning it. All right, so just CFDs, simply we just call them futures. Okay, when you are trading futures, you are betting on the futuristic value of that very coin you want to trade. All right, so that just for the CFDs. So I also want you to know that why CFDs are very appealing due to their ease of use. They don't sell actual bitcoins to you, they don't sell actual coins to you. The process is the equivalent of betting on the fact that gold will rise in price instead of actually buying gold. That's what we do on futures. Speculatively, we speculate using statistical data presented to us, using technical analysis and all that. Okay, so we project that maybe this coin could fall or this coin could go up, whichever case it is. Okay, so what's the bottom line here? The bottom line is that you won't be able to withdraw bitcoins you bought into your wallet. The only thing you are doing is buying or selling a contract regarding bitcoin's price for US dollars, euros, or NGN, or whichever fiat currency it is that it is being traded on. Okay, so you should also know that CFDs also allow you to leverage your bets by borrowing money from them. We call this margin trading. All right, conventionally it's called margin trading, where you trade with more than what you have. Please, I would encourage you to refer to the video I did on futures trading. I encapsulated the idea of margin trading so you understand how these things work thoroughly. Okay, so why this can give you a great upside is also expedient for you to understand that there is a higher chance of you losing money. Okay, it also holds a lot of risk of you losing your money very quickly. That is one of the disadvantages of margin trading, of trading futures. Okay, so the next thing here, the next exchange we will have to look at is the P2P platforms. Okay, P2P, also called the peer-to-peer platforms, connect buyers and sellers directly so they can negotiate on a price. Why these sites usually allow for a wider array of options, like they make provision for a wide array of payment options, such as we have a local Bitcoin, Passful, and the rest of it. Okay, they also hold a large amount of risk because you are buying from an anonymous individuals. Okay, this person you're buying from is an anonymous. If you've traded on local Bitcoins or Passful and the rest of them, you will understand these points I just talked about. Okay, let's go ahead. Now, what are the best Bitcoin brokers? Firstly, I have Sex.io. Okay, Sex.io was actually established in 2013. I remember I read an article about them sometime last week. Sex.io was established in 2013, and Sex.io supplies users with both a brokerage service and a trading platforms of several cryptocurrencies. All right, they provide brokerage service and also serve as a trading platform for several cryptocurrencies. Now, the company also accepts all major credit cards for purchases through its brokerage service. Okay, so I remember sometime this month, yes, a friend of mine was actually doing arbitrage on Sex. she buys from SEX at a lower fee, then goes to another exchange like Binance and sell at a higher fee. We call that one, okay, we call it arbitraging. Arbitraging is a process, a situation whereby you buy something where it's cheaper, and then you go to another place where it's a bit higher to sell it, and then you keep the difference to yourself as your profit. Okay, so sex.io actually offers this service. Now the next one there is CoinMama. CoinMama is one of the oldest Bitcoin brokers around with very responsive customer service. I can say this with my chest. They have a very responsive customer service. All right, so the company allows you to buy and sell Bitcoins and other cryptocurrencies through the use of a credit and a debit card. Swift or SEPA transfer, that's for the international community, for the Europeans, for Americans or all that. CoinMama makes provision for you to transfer or to make purchases through your debit or your credit card. Now their services are available worldwide with the exception of a few countries. Okay, please, you have to understand that it's not all countries that can trade on CoinMama. They are very restrictive. They don't support all countries. All right, so now the next one there is Coinbase. Coinbase is probably the most popular company today for buying Bitcoins in the US. Okay, it is virtually the most popular company whenever it comes to buying Bitcoin in the United States of America. Coinbase is usually the number one go-to place for that. Coinbase offers a brokerage service actually, as well as a trading platform known as Coinbase Pro. Please understand that there is a difference between Coinbase and Coinbase Pro. Coinbase and Coinbase Pro, even though yes, they are of the same 10 and 10 pence, but then both of them perform a slight different function. All right, so their fees are considered to be competitive and their services are available to over 100 countries worldwide. Okay, and then the last one there is Bitpanda. Bitpanda is an Australian startup company that was founded in October 2014. Yes, then the company allows you to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum with a credit card as well as with wire transfers, Netstellar, Skrill, SEPA, and a lot of them. Now the company supply its services to European countries only at a relatively low fee. Bitpanda is only servicing European countries. They only provide services for European countries. All right, so now what are the best Bitcoin trading platforms? Okay, top on the list there is Binance. Binance is a Bitcoin and cryptocurrency exchange that offers a trading platform with one of the most competitive rates around. If you're looking to trade crypto to crypto only, like if you just want to trade crypto to crypto only, Binance is actually the go-to place, a good place for you to do that. Okay, the exchange accepts users from around the world except US. No, not around the world actually. Yes, there's just a little restriction on some countries, because before now they used to have provision, they were allowing US citizens or US residents, but now people in the US cannot transact on Binance, on the Binance Global, unless you just go to Binance US for you to do your transactions. Okay, so like I said, they accept users from some countries and not all countries, and then you can make your purchases. You can purchase your coins with a credit card as well, and also offer some sort of brokerage service. All right, so then the next one there is FTX. Somebody say FTX. All right, this is my number one exchange right now. I've been using them since this year, since this year actually. I've been using them, and I must tell you that no other exchange comes close. Binance is good, yes, but then FTX, I think FTX is the best. If Binance is good, FTX is the best, because this is the exchange that has captured my heart. I've been with them for months now, and I've never for once had any reason to doubt. They have an array of coins, hundreds of coins. They have anything you want to trade, you can come to FTX and trade, as long as it is crypto. It is crypto related. They have derivative. It's actually a derivative exchange. Okay, so they have leverage tokens, they have futures, they have spot, they have volatility, they even have contracts futures, they have and special features like the American presidential election and all that. So FTX is actually my number one exchange, founded by SBF, that's Sam Bankman-Fried, okay, with another person, I can't really remember his name, but this is the exchange I've been working with for a long time now, and I keep telling my friends, I keep talking about it because they've been doing me very well, they've been doing me good. They have the lowest, the cheapest transaction fee in the entire cryptocurrency kingdom, the cheapest transaction fee. And then withdrawal there is very, like, you are not paying anything to withdraw. You can even withdraw $1 from FCX and you'll not be charged a dime. You can withdraw it for free. Withdrawal there is entirely and totally free. Okay, so the next thing there is Luno. Okay, I'm going to leave my referral link of FTS at the end of this video, at the description section of this video, so that any of you who is yet to join us, any of you who is yet to sign up, can join us on FTS and start enjoying these goodies we've been enjoying. I and my friends and my team of traders as well. Okay, so Luno is a cryptocurrency exchange aimed mainly at emerging markets. Okay, they focus only on emerging markets. Luno offers Bitcoin services to countries such as Malaysia, Nigeria, and Indonesia, which are usually not allowed on most Bitcoin exchanges. Okay, so the site supports only Bitcoin, Ethereum, Repo, and BCH. That is the downside. There is a limit to the amount of coins you can trade on Luno, unless probably maybe in the future they could expand, but right now they are only offering few coins on their exchange. Okay, now the next one there is Bitstamp. Bitstamp is the oldest Bitcoin exchange out there. Yes, founded on 2011, Bitstamp has managed to survive most of the Bitcoin ecosystem turmoil without being hacked or shut down, and that's definitely saying something, right? If it wasn't for its non-intuitive user interface and lack of convenient payment methods, Bitstamp may have been the perfect exchange, but then unfortunately, because of these downsides, they are not, or rather it is not the perfect exchange. Okay, then the next one there is Coinbase Pro. Coinbase Pro is the companion trading platform for Coinbase brokerage service. Remember, I said initially that there is a difference between Coinbase Pro and Coinbase itself. Okay, is a companion trading platform for Coinbase's brokerage service. Right, Coinbase's users can use the same account details to log in differently to Coinbase Pro. Okay, so funds are transferred across both platforms seamlessly. The exchange supports the trading of BTC, Ethereum, LTC, BCH, ZRS, and a whole lot of other coins. Okay, now we have Bitmex. Bitmex allows traders to buy and sell contracts for cryptocurrencies, not the actual coins themselves. Okay, you sell contracts of this these coins, that's derivatives of this coin. Okay, now combined with margin trading, also called leverage. While it supplies contracts for different cryptocurrencies, it works with Bitcoin only, deposits and withdrawals. It only allows deposit and withdrawal of Bitcoins. Now the platform is mostly suited for experienced traders. No newbies who haven't mastered the art of cryptocurrency trading, who haven't thoroughly understand how the cryptocurrency space works, have no business going to Bitmex because of the complexity of the platform. All right, so you have to know what you are doing before you go to Coinbase. Sorry, before you go to Bitmex. All right, I think I'm getting distracted right now. All right, let's proceed. So what are the best Bitcoin P2P platforms? First on the list there, we have Local Bitcoin. Local Bitcoin brings buyers and sellers together in a marketplace. It is unique in that you can transact in almost any method imaginable. That doesn't that ring a bell? Including PayPal, wire transfer, Western Union, web money, and cash. There is a 1% sell fee, and funds are transacted directly and from a local Bitcoin wallet. I think I will have to do a separate video for these local Bitcoins. Okay, now the next one there is Passful. Passful is actually a P2P, that's a peer-to-peer marketplace that brings users the ability to buy Bitcoins with almost any conceivable fee payments. Okay, any conceivable payment method, you can pay with any method available. Now the user experience is extremely intuitive, and while everything seems pretty neat, there are still some things you will need to look out for, like how to avoid scams and get a decent exchange rate. Please understand this. I should have kept it, but I think it's necessary I say this. I've heard stories of cases of people who said they were scammed on Passful. So please, I'm not trying to downplay them, not trying to talk bad about them, but they just have to be very careful. Okay, because there have been reported cases of scams and all that on the passful exchange. So please just have to be very careful, all right? So that some persons are victim doesn't mean you are, some persons are victims doesn't mean you are going to be a victim, but then it's good we take precautionary measures so that you don't fall victims, okay? Now we look at some of the exchange terms, okay? Next, you need to inquire on the different terms of an exchange. Every exchange has its jargon. Actually, there is no profession in life that doesn't have its jargon. We call them occupational jargon, all right? So you have to acquire yourself, you have to acquaint yourself, you have to properly understand this jargon used on some exchanges, okay? So here are some of the most important ones. Now, first of all, is coin supported. Now, you have to ask yourself, does the exchange support the type of coin you're looking to buy and sell? Now, what currency pairs does it offer for that coin? That is, what coins can you trade with it? What coins can you trade it for? Example, an exchange offering a BTC USD currency pair supports the buying and selling of Bitcoins for US dollars. Also, an exchange offering a BTC NGN. Actually, a BTC NGN currency pair supports the buying and selling of Bitcoins for Naira, that's NGN. So you just have to know the coins supported by that exchange. You have to know the coins supported by that exchange. And then secondly, countries supported. You need to know the countries that are being supported by that exchange, or the country that that exchange is supporting, or the countries that the exchange is allowing users to come from, right? So make sure the service is available in your country. Like I said earlier, Binance Global before now was open for everybody until a time came when the US citizens or US residents, let me not say citizens, US residents, we are no more allowed to trade on Binance Global. You can just go to Binance US. The same thing applies to FTX. Users from FTX are not allowed to trade on FTX, okay? But then you can go to ftx.us. That's where users from US can do their buying and selling, right? Alternatively, you go to Coinbase Pro because it is the exchange that onboards US citizens, okay? So make sure the service is available in your country. Not all exchanges accept customers from around the world. And then thirdly, you have to know the accepted payment methods. Now, some exchanges accept a wide variety of payment methods, while others accept only wire transfers. Payment methods that allow a buyer to request his or her money back, such as credit cards or PayPal, will usually involve higher fees. This is done to ensure the seller in case you will cancel the payment after you get your coins. Now, as you might expect, payment methods that can't be reversed, such as wire transfer, are usually very cheaper, okay? So next thing there is fees. You have to consider the fees. Now, there are three kinds of fees. We have the deposit fee, we have the transaction fee, and then we have the withdrawal fees. Each fee is usually different and can affect the total amount of money you receive in the end. Make sure you are aware of all of them. There are three fees. We have the deposit, the transaction, and the withdrawal. But I am happy to tell you that when you are trading on FTX exchange, there's no deposit fee. You just pay a minimum for the transaction fee. Withdrawal is free. You are not paying anything for withdrawal. You are not paying anything for deposit. You are only paying a slight amount for transaction, okay? So these are things you need to put into consideration. And then exchange rates. Some exchanges have low fees, but their exchange rates are higher relative to the other competitors, relative to their competition. This means that these fees are sort of hiding in the exchange rate. This is more typical with the brokers, okay? People who are familiar with brokers, especially the forex traders, they will always talk about this thing, paying a fee they never knew was existing, or paying a fee they never knew was in existence, okay? So you have to be very sure of these hidden fees, these hidden charges you do pay without knowing, okay? But this is different from FTX. There is nothing like that. Everything is as transparent as it is, okay? Then you have to ask yourself, what are the buying limits? Now, your buying limits will depend on your payment method and your identity verification level. Please understand this. Some exchange can only allow you to carry out a level of transaction or a level of purchase, or a level of withdrawal, depending on your level of verification. If you have just level 1 verification, for instance, on FTX, the more you go on your verification, the higher your withdrawal fee. Okay, if you just put your name, your residential address and all that, you can withdraw as much as $2,000 in a day. But if you now want to take it a step higher, maybe withdraw as high as $9,000 on a daily basis, you can just go right ahead and do your level 2 verification and all that. It's very cheap, it's very simple, and it's very fast. The customer service is superb. Okay, now your buy limit, like I said, will depend on your payments method, okay, and your identity verification level. If you're looking to buy a large amount of bitcoins or any coin in question, some exchanges might not be relevant due to their low limit. So you have to understand your buying limit. Okay, now finally you have to consider the exchange reputation. Remember from the beginning I talked about checking the review of that exchange you want to trade on. What are people talking about it? What are people saying about it? What are people writing about it? Listen, maybe are there complaints? Are there more bitter people? Are there more people saying bad about the exchange than people saying good about it? Once you're able to discover that people are having a bad, that the exchange is having a bad reputation, you wouldn't take the risk of putting your money there. Okay, so you have to ask yourself: is the exchange well known in the community, in the crypto community? Is it well known? The people behind it, the founders and the co-founders and the team, what are their antecedents? Do they have a track record? Okay, where have they worked before? What have they been able to do where they worked before? So you have to ask yourself this question, because all these things compound to build the exchange reputation. Okay, so how well is its customer support service? Okay, how well is this support in the event you get lost in the process? Does the customer service care? Okay, this customer service section, how well did they respond to your issues? Are that the people that you send them a message, maybe send them a mail, it will take like a week or more to respond, and even when it's a case of emergency? So you have to ask yourself these things, and I can categorically tell you that FTX has one of the best customer service. You can even be interacting with them. You can even go to the Telegram group and a customer service agent will be communicating with you and be solving your issue. Okay, so you equally have to ask yourself, had there been a large number of complaints against the exchange? Has it been hacked in the past? Keep in mind that no exchange is free of negative reviews. Please understand this. There is no how you can talk about something without okay, you want to inquire about something without people saying two or more persons talking about the downsides to it. But the thing is that make sure that the people who are saying things saying negative things about the exchange are not doing it out of maybe envy, bitterness, rancor, or all that. Just make sure that the review you are reading is from a sincere heart. Okay, so keep in mind that no exchange is free of negative reviews, but it's important to consider the volume and content of those reviews. All right, and then we also have the KYC. All right, KYC simply means know your customer. Now exchanges today have a know your customer process, also known as KYC, that you have to go through before transacting on them. Actually, KYC is just a process of maybe making the exchange to know the people who are transacting with them or who are doing business with them in case of anything happens, so that they can know how to maybe reach out to you or reimburse and all those kind of things. Okay, this means you will need to supply the exchange with some additional information such as your ID, a proof of residence, and in some cases even a proof of income. Yes, some exchanges will mandate you to provide them a proof of your income. What's the source of your income? Your identity card, could be your international passport, could be your driver's license, whichever one it is they request for. Please, it's good you supply these things to them. It is for your own safety, for their safety too, and also for your own safety. Okay, so as Bitcoin becomes more and more mainstream, exchanges are subject to strict regulations by the government. Okay, and in many cases they are unwillingly forced to request this information from you. So most of them that are making this request, they are not doing it out of their own volition. They are doing it because it's one of the things that are being required of them. That is one of the things that the government wants them to do. Okay, for safety, and then for accountability, and then to avoid money laundering or other financial crimes. Okay, now this is not something personal, and will probably be required by most legit exchanges. In fact, if an exchange doesn't request this information, I would be suspicious. If I'm trading on an exchange and I was told I can just put my money, buy, do whatever I want to do and go without doing my KYC, it's a red flag for me. It's a red flag for me. It means they have ulterior motive. Okay, so you have to make sure that the exchange you're putting your money has a provision for you to do your KYC, and then make sure that the KYC is not a strenuous one. Okay, make sure it's moderate. All right, so if you're keen about maintaining your privacy, you must make sure that you understand these things I talked about. If you're really interested in your privacy, you have to understand this thing I'm talking about, okay, before putting your money on the very exchange. And then finally, you now know the most important aspects to look for when choosing your Bitcoin exchange. In the end, the main thing that matters is that the company or seller is reliable and that you are happy with the price you're paying, right? So sometimes it's worth it to spend a bit more money in order to finish the process hassle-free. Okay, personally, I said initially that my pick for exchanges, my number one on the list is FTX. Okay, and then I'm going to drop the link at the description section of this video, my referral link, in case you haven't signed up to join us on FTS, so that you can benefit from the largest, from the free things that the exchange is doing. I think I've won more gift from FTS. Maybe that's why I'm actually talking about it this way. I've won more gift from FTS than I've ever won in all my trading careers. In just a matter of few months, they've given me free things, and I've been enjoying their service. All right, so thank you so much for making our time to, let's come watch this video. And if you have any good or bad experience with the exchange we've talked about, or any exchange, I would love to hear about it in the comment section. Just tell me, like, maybe I had an experience with this very exchange, this is the bad experience you had with them, or this is the good exchange you had with them. Please, I would love to read them on the comment section, right? So thank you so much once more for making our time to come watch my video. And please, if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscription button. You can equally follow me on all my social media channels, my Twitter, CryptoSolu, my Telegram, Mr. Solution FCX. Actually, the Telegram is where I normally drop my coin analysis. I drop signal for people free for now, though. I give drop coin analysis, technical, fundamental, and also we share some deep insights about the crypto space. You can equally join me on WhatsApp. I will drop my number at the description section of this video. Maybe you have a question, you need clarification on any area, I'm very open to communicating with you. I'm also on Instagram, that's cryptosolu_. The link will probably be there. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you in the next episode.